How's it going, everybody? This is Error and your captain here, bringing you an ultra deck, the 3 captains One Piece starter deck 10. And if I sound sick or under the weather, it's because I have the big CUNT. That's why I'm sick. Wait, sorry. I have dyslexia, so I get my letters and numbers mixed up. I mean, I have the big COVID. But anyways, let's get into this deck profile of the new starter deck. And if you're wondering how much I paid so you can compare yourself to your local card scene, I paid $43 after tax and everything. So it's pretty expensive, but when I checked online, that's how much everyone's been pricing these new starter decks. Which, you know what, kind of doesn't make sense, because all you do is get a deck box, which I gotta say looks very, very clean. And the quality looks good. You got your Estes Captain Kid. You get the big One Piece symbol right here. You get Trafalgar Law, one of the captains, and then you get Luffy right here. And it is a Velcro deck box. Pretty good. And where do we get this? This is just a card placement. So here it is, the trial deck, or the starter deck with a deck divider, which I do appreciate. This is actually pretty cool. Love deck dividers. Need to buy more of them to separate my bulk and my dawns from my decks. So let's go ahead and open this up. I did get a sneak peek of this when my friend bought one, but apparently he says it's like a struck, that some of them have like a texture, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully I can do justice. You know, the cut's not, there's some white stuff out here. Feels like they forgot to clean cut this card, but you don't see any damage, just the cutting process is terrible right here. But here it is, Trafalgar Law. Super pretty. It is somewhat textured. The borders on the outside is textured, so if you see some like ridges right here, they do have a feeling to it. So do every hollow right here. You can feel the hollow graphic on the card. Don't feel anything else, but pretty nice. There's texture on the color of your leader right here, so you get to feel that. Feels pretty nice. Wish they had another texture right there on the life. That would be amazing. Which, you know what, kind of doesn't make sense. If they made it texture right here, why not right there, right? It is a leader, so it doesn't affect the gameplay. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what it does, but just to sum it up, active main once per turn, dawn -3. Place up to one of your opponent's characters with a 3 cost or 3k power or less at the bottom of the owner's deck, and play up to one character with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. This is really, really good. I played against it and almost lost, but what an amazing effect it is. So I'm gonna get some sleeves here to sleeve that up so I don't ruin the captains. Put that right there. There it is. And then we got Monkey D. Luffy, active main once per turn. If you have 0 Dawn cards on your field or 8 or more cards on your field, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Pretty cool, pretty good. A lot of people are saying with the new ban list, this card just got worse, but you know what? That 6K bodies is still pretty strong. But yeah, you just lose access to Nami, so I don't know how badly it affects this leader, but still amazing. Never played any of these leaders on the sim. But I've played against them. And here is another one. Estes Captain Kid, red, purple. Oh my god, the texture is just amazing. I don't know if I'm doing justice, but right here, all this is textured right here. His headband's textured. Like I said, on the outside, everything's textured. But very pretty, very pretty. Effect is your turn. If you have 4 or more life cards, give this leader minus 1,000, which is, it just seems so terrible. Very terrible. So he's a 4K body, which is just crazy. And then when attacking, Dawn -1. This leader gains 2K power during this turn. So he'll be swinging at 6, but I don't think you would want to minus yourself a Dawn such an early game. I would say this effect is best used late game. But here we go. Here we get to the rest of the deck. Again, outside of the borders, they have texture. You can feel the hollow graphic on the card. 10 drop Luffy, 11K. Has the rush ability. And once per turn, when your opponent activates a blocker, okay, up to one of your opponent's characters with an 8K power or less. I believe this card, into our new format, the 4.5 with the ban list, that's only effective for a month, which makes sense because OP05 just invalidates most of the red decks. But this card, I would expect to see some play in Pasadena, maybe on the Treasure Cup online event, because you're going to be seeing a lot of people run green, and if they do, most likely you're going to see an Estes Captain Kid, the character where its effect is you can only attack that character. So Monkey D. Luffy really can, ignore that. I think it's in 11K, so he's going to be discarding 2 cards from hand. But you know what? Pretty good card. 11K rush, better than Kaido. And then we got Trafalgar Law, the 4 drop, and oh my god, so pretty. Everything this whole card has texture. It's pretty nice. Look at that. Just amazing. And one of the best blockers purple has besides Queen. Its effect is blocker, on play, -1 Dawn. If your opponent has 7 or more cards in their hand, trash 2 cards from your opponent's hand. Very, very great if your opponent goes second and it just loves to draw a lot. And you get 2 of these in the trial deck or in the starter deck. And then we'll move everything else right here. So our 7-drop 8K, which breaks the standard for starter decks, where usually if it's a 7-drop, it usually has a 7K body. But this is a lot stronger and different. Everything's textured. Well, besides this is just a holographic feel. Everything else has texture. Pretty nice. So on play when attacking, -1 Dawn. Up to one of your leaders gains 1,000 power until the start of your next turn, which will make a lot of purple decks strong. So it's a 6K body on your opponent's turn. And this has the on play and when attacking effect. So that's super nice. We get 2, so that means we're going to have to get another starter deck just to complete the set of these 2 most important purple cards. Oh, and look at that. So we get 4 Rowan Noah Zoros. This card's also textured, but on the side of the border. But yeah, the reprint that we've all been waiting for, Rush Zoro. Pretty nice. Love this artwork. And you get 4 copies, which is awesome. I thought you were only going to get 2 copies, but no. Bondi gave us 4, which is amazing. We needed this. We needed this. It's almost a staple in every red deck. Almost every red deck. And then we get Nami. This is also textured. Better than Rowan Noah Zoro. He's not that much textured. So they definitely played favorites. And I don't know if you can see it, but right here, you can see like a white piece of paper just pop out right here. I gotta say, they really did a bad job on the cutting process of this, because you know what it feels like? Have you ever gotten a tattoo from a quarter machine where you put like 2 quarters in, you push it in, you pull it out, you open the tattoo, you take out the tattoo, you rip the cardboard that was holding the tattoo inside, and if you feel where you ripped it apart in half, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like on this. That's how it felt on the leader too. But yeah, we get a reprint of Nami, which is nice because you know what? Who doesn't want a holo? If you can't get the alternate art, get the next best thing that has 4 alternate arts already. 4 artwork designs. But I gotta say, this one's a good one. Really like this one, especially the Christmas one, version 2. In the holographic feel, it's just amazing. Yeah, but it's just your searcher for your Straw Hats. It's funny because this card's banned, but it's unbanned on OPO5 release, and you get 4 copies. Then we get Sanji, the 6-drop, 6K. On play, if your opponent has a character with 5,000 power or more, this character gains Rush. So that's pretty good. There's actually quite a bit of characters that have 5K. So this is an automatic Rush. I wonder if anyone has tried playing these in the VV deck, where just make every card that you have a rush instead of using VV's effect to give a character rush. You just use their effect for that draw power, and he has shield value, so that's not bad. So you get 4 copies of those. And we get Jinbei, the 2-drop 2K shield value or counter power, times 1 Dawn. If he has a Dawn attached to him, when attacking, give one of your opponent character -2 during this turn. Don't know how powerful that is, but if a character is at 5k, he's already at 3 with the Dawn attached, give that character -2, so you're attacking a 3 into a 3. And if you don't use effect, you just got a 2k shield, which is nice. And he is a Straw Hat Fishman, so that's cool. 2 of those. Surprised that's not a 4 of in this deck, but we'll find out what else is a 4 of. So we get Killer, 5-drop 6k, your turn, once per turn. When a Dawn card on the field is returned to the deck, K up to one of your opponent's rested characters with 3 costs or less. It's pretty good. Not bad. Really not a bad effect. But you would have to have characters that minus you 1 Dawn, but that's where that kid comes in. Or any purple card that usually just minuses a Dawn. So you get 4 of those killers. So it has the same stats as Queen, which is not bad. You get 4 copies of those. Sachi and Penguin, 4-drop 5k, 2k shield, which is nice. On play, if you have 3 or less Dawn cards on your field, add up to 2 Dawn cards from your Dawn deck and rest them. I believe this is the card that you run max 4 of in the Trafalgar Law deck that I've been seeing. Get 4 of those. And then we got Gene Bart, 4-drop 5k, 1k counter on play for tap 1 Dawn, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and set it as active, so you get to ramp. So if you're at 5 Dawn, you play him for 4, tap 1, you go up to 6 Dawn. Really nice card. You know, this card now that I think about it, this might not be bad in the film deck for purple green Dolphy, but Dolphy already has Pump Gibson. No, not Pump Gibson. Thunderbagua, so you don't really need to run this, especially since it's not searchable. Now we get a card that's very powerful. 3-drop 4k, 1k counter, your turn, once per turn. When a Dawn card on the field is returned to your deck, this character gains 2k power until the start of your next turn. So during your opponent's turn, he's already at 6k, so he's a 6k body, and your opponent will have a very troublesome. I'm sick. I'm sorry. Can't talk right now, but your opponent is going to have a problem attacking into this character, especially if he forgets that he's a 6k. So he might waste an attack, which is good for you. So you get 4 of these, which is nice. Very powerful card. For those, and then we get our boy Beepo, 4-drop 5k, 1k counter on play. When attacking, your opponent has more Dawn cards on the field than you. Add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. Comes in rest instead of active. Still a great card. You get 4 of these. And my favorite blocker besides Trafalgar Law is Wire. 3-drop, 3K, 1K counter. Blocker. Once per turn, when a Dawn card on the field is returned to the Dawn deck, draw 1 and trash 1 from your hand. Very great card to recycle through your hand. You get 4 of these, which is nice. That means I don't have to buy another trial deck just to complete the set. We already get the complete set. And then we go into our events. 1 drop. It's a counter. Up to one of your leaders or character gains 2k power during this battle. And K up to one of your opponent's characters with 2k power or less. Not bad. Not bad. It is a straw hat. You do get to search it. Very great card. And then we got our other event, the 5-drop. It's a main effect. Get up to one of your opponent's characters with a 7k power or less. So if you have Uda or Gordon, you can easily take out any characters that are a problem. But you know what? Jet Pistol still does the best job. And then for our other event, for our purple events now, we got a 3-drop main effect. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. Add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and set and rest it. Not the very best effect. What is it called? Punk Virus? Yeah. Or Punk Vice. Not that good for right now. Pretty bad. Don't know the situation, or especially in the meta that we're in now. This is not very good. And ooh, we do get our shiny Dawn. Now these are nice. These are very nice. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, you get 10 of these. So that's pretty good. But yeah, this is the starter deck. You do get your 4 Rush Zoros and 4 Namis. If you're the person that were looking for the Rush Zoros, you do get 4. So you don't have to be spending that much on the original Zoro. You get your 4 reprints. But if you're a purple player like myself, sadly you're gonna have to buy another starter deck just to get the 2 Trafalgar Laws to complete the set and 2 SS Captain Kids to complete that set. But if you're like me that plays almost nothing but purple, I'm going to be buying at least 3 more just so I can have 2 sets of Law and Kid for my other purple decks that I play. But other than that, this is the deck, that how it comes in. It's pretty nice though. I'll just leave it right here. And yes, pretty much all this, these 4 and these 8 have texture. Everything else is just hollow. And I believe Monkey D. Luffy was textured. Yes, it's textured just on the border. And just the hollow card, or the hollow effect, where you see it shine. But yeah, this is it. Is it worth 40 bucks? Or 42 plus tax? What I've been seeing, yeah, pretty worth it. But luckily, where I'm about to pick up my extra 3 starter deck 10s, I do get a 20% off the product. So I'm going to be saving myself some money. So it's going to be very worth it because I'm going to be spending less than 35 bucks. And that would be even after tax. But thank you. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you're going to pick it up. Are you excited? Let me know in the comments, what leaders are you excited for? Trafalgar Law, Monkey D. Luffy. Because what I see, this format, the 4.5, he won't be viable, but I'm pretty sure people can make it work. Or S's Captain Kidd, which is, I believe, one of the worst leaders out of these three. But other than that, thank you for watching. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Other than that, thank you for watching. And hopefully you find the One Piece.